What's up, my people? Welcome back to MMA Prophecy. Last week we hit 9 out of 10 predictions, right? Let's see how we get on this time. We've got Cory Sandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw. Let's break down this fight card. Let's look at the first fight of the night, starting with the prelims. In the women's strawweight division, the first fight we've got Diana Belbito versus Hannah Goldie. Let's take a look at Belbito, the warrior princess. She's got 13 wins, only 6 losses. She's 25 years old. She'll look for the finish when she smells blood. I'm going to say that straight away. She goes a bit wild. She can get reckless. She's got vicious ground and pound, but she can shell a bit when she gets hit. She stands there and shells up, but she's not got the best takedown defense, but I don't think she's got to worry about that in this fight. And she's probably the better striker in this one. Let's take a look at Hannah 24K Goldie. Now, she's a very tough fighter. She's got 5 wins, 1 loss, 29 years old. She's been away for a while. She's coming back now. I'm not sure how long exactly. I think it's 2 years or something. Rough guess. Can't really remember. But yeah, really tough fighter. She's willing to trade. She's not got the best head movement. She doesn't really move her head at all when she throws. She walks her opponents down. And yeah, she's quite muscular. She's got a really muscular physique. So I'm worried about her cardio in this one. And being off for the time that she has, the cardio may be an issue. Now I expect Goldie to rush and Belbito to be hesitant at first. When Goldie tires, I think Belbito is going to dominate on the stand-up. If they stay standing up, that is. I can't really see Goldie wanting to wrestle, but if she's desperate, she might. But yeah, I'm going to take Diana Belbito to get a win. Next fight on the card, we go to the women's bantamweight division. We've got Sajara Eubanks versus Elise Reed. Now let's have a look at Sarge. 6 wins, 6 defeats. 36 years old now. Sarge is getting on a bit. Like, raw, I didn't realise. I remember when she was on The Ultimate Fighter. I think she was my favourite fighter in that season, to be honest. And she's been a bit up and down since then, ain't she, really? Now Sarge, she's got powerful hands. We know that. She's good on the feet. Strong out at ground game. But her cardio takes its toll in the fight. And now that she's 36, like, it's not going to be getting any better. So I'm a bit worried about that. But Sarge, all-round good fighter. If it's not going her way, she's willing to dig deep as well and try and find a way to win. But let's take a look at Elise Reed. 4 fights, 4 wins, undefeated fighter in this one. 28 years old. She puts the pressure on. She's got decent striking, strong ground and pound. Good all-round fighter, to be honest. But there's not much footage on her, having only 4 fights. And 2 fights that I did watch, she was easily the winner in those, to be honest. One of them, she was fighting someone making their debut, and it was just an easy fight. She mauled her. Now, in this fight, I thought Sarge would like have success early on the feet. I see him scrambling, possibly. And I thought Eubanks' cardio might take its toll and Reed would outwork her and get a win. I'm now going to change my mind. I think Sajara Eubanks is just more experienced. She's got a better skill set. And I think she'll be able to get a win in this one. So I'm going to go with Sajara Eubanks to get a win. Next fight, we move to the men's bantamweight division. We've got Julio Arce versus Andre Ewell. Let's have a look at Julio. 16 wins, 4 losses. He's 31 years old now. So he's around that prime age. He's got real slick hands, really good head movement, and really good footwork. And because of all that, he's a 2011 Golden Gloves winner. This guy's an ex-boxer. He's coming into trade. He wants to fight on the feet. And he is good at it. Let's take a look at Andre Ewell, Mr. Highlight. 17 wins, 7 losses. He's now 33 years old. So he's a bit older coming into this one, but nothing mad. He's a tough fighter, real solid jab. He can be unpredictable when striking though, and he keeps his hands down. I don't really like fighters that do that. Unless you're a Nate Diaz and you got some invincible chin or something, then you're right, but yeah, that's not a good thing. And sometimes he can only throw like 2 strikes, maybe 3. He doesn't follow up when he should. But yeah, looking at all that, I think Arce will piece him up on the feet. And if they go in the clinch, I see him dominating there as well. He'll piece him up too. Can't really see him going to the ground. Maybe Andre might try and take him down out of desperation if he gets clipped or something, but yeah, should be an easy win. I'm going for Julio Watson. Possibly a TKO as well, but I'm just going to take him for the win. Julio. Next fight on the card, we're staying in the men's bantamweight division. We've got Adrian Yanez versus Randy Costa. I am really looking forward to this fight. Let's look at Yanez. 13 wins, only 3 losses. He's on a 5-fight win streak. He's only 27 years old. Damn, he's got some dangerous hands. KO powers behind him. He's got a nasty counter right punch. And he throws punches in bunches. He's a real exciting prospect. People calling him Jorge Masvidal 2.0. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, I'm really impressed with him. I like him. Now let's take a look at Randy Costa, the Zohan. 6 wins, 1 loss. 27 years old. Another young fighter, 2 good prospects. Now Costa's got a nice straight right hand. Decent striking, he mixes it up well. And he likes the left head kick. Saying all that, I don't think he's fought the better opposition. I think Yanez is probably... Well, to be fair, I don't know. They're about even, actually. Yeah, this is a real close fight, really even fight. But I think Yanez has fought probably tougher opposition. I'll say that then. Not the better, the tougher. I don't feel Costa's really been tested yet. It's a very good matchup, but I see Yanez possibly getting a TKO. I'm feeling a stoppage here. So we'll go with that. Adrian Yanez to win by TKO. Okay, next fight, we're moving up to the men's middleweight division. This is a real exciting fight, this one. We've got Iain Heinisch versus Nassir Dimov. I'm really looking forward to this one. Let's take a look at Iain Heinisch, the Hurricane. He's coming in with 14 wins, only 4 losses. He did lose his last fight. He's now 32 years old, so he's around that prime age. Or if he's going to go for the title shot, this is it. This is the run you got to do it on. Now, Heinisch is a real tough fighter. Strong wrestling. He's got power, but he puts a lot into every strike. And because of that, he slows down later on in the fight. But even though he's still game to the end, he ain't going to give up. You ain't going to get any easy work against Heinisch. Now let's take a look at Nassir Dimov, the Russian sniper. 9 wins, only 3 losses. He did lose his last fight, but it was on a 4-fight win streak before that. He's only 25 years old. Real young fighter here, good prospect. He's really tough. He's got a solid chin. Really strong strikes. Puts pressure on when he's in the fight. He ain't one to walk backwards, but if he has to, he's got a real good counter right. And the wrestling's there if he needs it. He's got the ground and pound. He's got the submissions. I like him, to be honest. Good all-round fighter. And he's young. Now, looking at the fight. Imavov, I think he might comfortably win this one. On the feet, anyway. And if he is able to fight off the takedowns, yeah, it should be a pretty dominant performance. If they get into a clinch, I think he'll be good in the clinch. It's just the wrestling. Can he keep off Heinisch's relentless takedown attempts? And I think he's going to be able to. So I'm going to go with Nassir Dimov to get a win. Alright, next fight. Staying in the men's middleweight division. We've got Punahele Soriano versus Brendan Allen. Let's take a look at Soriano. Puna. He's got 8 wins. Undefeated fighter here. 28 years old. Now he's got really good boxing. He's quite strong with his hands. There's not too much to say about him. He's coming to brawl, to be honest. Stand-up striker, wants to bang. Now having a look at Brendan Allen. All in Allen. 16 wins, 4 losses. 25 years old, so he's a really young. He's actually had quite a few fights for his age. Really good prospects as well. Now, if you know about Allen, you know what he's bringing to the table. He's got really dangerous BJJ. He wants the takedown and he wants the submission. And he ain't taking no for an answer. That's what he's going to be striving throughout the whole fight. So this is a tricky one. We've got a striker versus a ground fighter. I think Allen will get the takedown. Without a doubt, he's going to get one in the fight at least. But I think Soriano's strong enough to get up. And possibly out-tire or outwork Allen and then get the TKO. Or maybe when Allen's shooting for a takedown, Soriano might catch him with a knee or an uppercut or anything. I just see Soriano getting a win here, and possibly by TKO. So that's the pick. Punahele Soriano by TKO. Okay, next fight, we're in the men's welterweight division. We've got Mickey Gall versus Jordan Williams. Let's take a look at Mickey Gall. 6 wins, only 3 losses. He did lose his last fight. 29 years old. And he's a really dangerous fighter on the mat. Very skillful. He lacks striking skill though. That's the big problem with Mickey. Like, we know he's got amazing BJJ. He can pretty much submit anyone, but the ground game, the stand-up is really not there. Has he been working on it? I don't know. Probably not, to be honest. Now let's take a look at his opponent, Jordan Williams. Boomay. 9 wins, 4 losses. He lost his last fight. He's 30 years old. Now Williams, as far as I know, he's the only diabetic fighter. He's the only one in the UFC. That's what I know for sure. And yeah, he's like, kudos to him, man. Hats off for that. He's got really nice straight strikes. Good right hands and left hands down the middle. Like with a jab, and he'll follow through with a right. He'll just slip the right in through the guard. Like it. And he's got good power behind him. But he may tire later in the fight due to being diabetic. There is nothing he can do about that. But it's something he knows how to deal with, I guess. Now this fight's another tricky one. We've got someone who wants to go to the ground and a fighter that wants to stay on the feet. I think Williams should be able to keep the fight standing and touch up Gall with his striking, and again potentially a finish here. Pretty much similar to the last fight. So yeah, I'm going to go with that. Jordan Williams to get the TKO, but it's a risky one. Okay, next fight. Moving to the women's flyweight division. We've got Macie Barber versus Miranda Maverick. Oh my god, this fight. I've gone back and forth on this prediction wise. So let's get into it. Looking at Macie Barber, the future. She's got 8 wins, only 2 losses. Those 2 losses came in her last 2 fights. She's only 23 years old. Really, really young fighter to be in the UFC. And she's fought some huge names already. And this woman's only dipping her toes in the pool. She ain't even jumped in yet. She's got a bright future ahead of her. Now, looking at her fight style, she's got really heavy hands. She puts the pressure on. And she's got good combos as well. She ain't just throwing 1 or 2 punches. She's throwing punches and bunches. She's got good takedown defense, and she's got pretty strong hips in the clinch. Has she lost her hype train? We'll see. I'm not sure. She had a lot of hype behind her before those 2 losses. She was the next big thing in the UFC. Now, she can turn into a bit of a brawler. When she's getting desperate, when she's getting desperate and the fight's not going her way, she used to slip away from the game plan and brawl. Has she changed? She's now at Team Alpha Male. She's fully settled down. She's not jumping gyms no more. You know, she could be a complete different fighter. We're going to see. Now looking at Miranda, Fear the Maverick. 9 wins, 2 losses. 5-5 win streak. And again, only 24 years old. 2 young prospects here. It's a shame they've got to fight each other so early in their careers, man. This would have been a huge fight once their names built up a bit more, but I'm sure they're going to meet again at some point. Now taking a look at Miranda. She's got really solid wrestling. Good striking. And I love her counter left hand. She's got a really, really good counter left. Not many people see it coming, which I don't get. You think they would have picked up on it by now? Maybe Macie has, but I can see her landing that counter left in this fight. And she's really aggressive when this fight hits the ground. Miranda will maul you. Now, how's this fight going to turn out? Damn. I think Maverick, she's going to counter Barber striking if Barber gets aggressive. And I think Miranda's going to take it down at some point. She's going to mix up the wrestling. But is Macie going to be strong enough to defend the takedowns? I think Miranda's definitely going to get some. Is Macie going to get up from the takedowns? But saying all that, is Miranda going to be able to deal with Macie's pressure on the feet? Our right hand's going to be too much for Miranda. Like, this fight is so hard to pick. I originally went with Macie Barber. Then I changed it to Miranda Maverick. Yesterday I was thinking Macie Barber again. But I'm just thinking Miranda Maverick now. I'm going back to my original pick. No, Macie was my original. So yeah, my second original pick. I'm going to go with Miranda Fear the Maverick. She's probably going to get this win on points. I think she's going to mix it up, like I said, with the striking, the takedowns. And yeah, be a close fight. Stay away from it betting wise, but if I had to pick, which I do, I'm taking Miranda Maverick. Now to the men's featherweight division. We have Darren Elkins versus Derek Minnow. Let's take a look at Derek Elkins, the damage. 25 wins, 9 losses. He won his last fight, but he lost his 4 before that. He's 37 years old now, so he's getting on a bit in the UFC. This is probably his last run. Looking at Elkins, man, he's as tough as they come. This guy is solid. He thrives off the fight, and he's got real hot. He has got a solid chin, but he cuts really easy. His scar tissue's just gone. He will try for a takedown in this fight, I'm sure of it. But he's down to strike as well. Now taking a look at Derek Minnow. 26 wins, 11 losses. Won his last 2. 31 years old. He's got a lot of experience. Considering he's the younger fighter, he's had way more fights. He's got a really good ground game. Likes a submission. And he's going to also shoot for the takedown. This is probably going to be a fight that stays on the feet, because they're 2 fighters that would prefer to go to the ground. I think Elkins, I think he's got a purple belt in BJJ. Something like that. Maybe a brown. Might be a brown belt. I can't remember. But yeah. Tricky fight this. It's a hard one. I'm not too impressed with Minnow. I think both fighters will strike. And I think Minnow's probably going to shoot first. If Elkins' cardio holds out, I don't know, man. Is he going to do it? Is he going to get another one of them out of this world wins? Greatest comebacks ever. I'm thinking Darren Elkins. Super risky. I might go with a younger fighter though. Like I said, this is going to be risky, but I'm going to go with Derek Minnow. Like I said, I'm worried about Elkins' scar tissue. He's going to cut easy. He's old now, but he's still game. So this is another risky fight. I'd stay away from it betting wise. But my pick's going to be Derek Minnow. Next fight, we're in the men's bantamweight division. We've got Kyler Phillips versus Julian Paiva. Taking a look at Kyler the Matrix Phillips. 9 wins, only 1 loss. He's won his last 4 fights. He's only 26 years old. Real young fighter. Now he's got really good striking. Very good striking. Dangerous on the feet. He likes to spinning kick a lot. So the cardio is going to fade because he likes to spin so much. If he holds back on the spinning kicks, his cardio might be alright. But trust me, he's going to spin. He can't help it. So he's really dangerous with that. Looking at Julian Paiva. He looks real calm in the fight. Sometimes too calm. He's got a nice straight left hand. Okay clinch. But I question his heart. Like, when the fight's not going his way, it's like he gives up kind of. He accepts it like, okay, I ain't going to win this one. But I'm still going to try, but not really, because I know I'm going to lose. It's a weird one. So because of that, I think Phillips will win the striking battle. And if he can handle Paiva's clinch and takedowns, he should win. Because I reckon Paiva's going to shoot at some point. Maybe look for a submission. But I'm going to go with Kyler. If he can keep it on the feet, he should win this pretty smoothly. Kyler Phillips for the win. On to the co-main event of the evening. In the women's bantamweight division, we got Aspen Ladd versus Macie Kiasen. Oh, what a fight. This is another one I've been like, who do I go for? Who do I pick? Both good fighters. I like them both. But yeah, love this fight. Let's take a look at Aspen Ladd. 9 wins, only 1 loss. She did win her last fight. But if you remember her loss, it was like a 16-second KO by Geraint de Randamie. Pretty brutal, but she came back strong. She's only 26 years old. I think we forget how young some of these fighters are, man. Because they come through and their names get quite big and they fight these big names in the UFC. We kind of forget how young they are. So it's another good prospect. But she's proven herself. She ain't a prospect anymore. But yeah, still young, man. Now looking at lad. She's got solid wrestling. Strong wrestling. She's strong in the clinch. Down to strike if she has to. But she doesn't have the best head movement. I think she needs to improve on that. And she carries KO power, man. We see that in the last fight. So I like Aspen lad a lot. Now looking at Macie Kearson. She's got dangerous striking. Fast hands. And she throws heat in the clinch. She's got good Muay Thai. And like, she's really lanky for the division. She's got real long limbs. 5'11". She's huge compared to some of these women. But is that going to be a bit easier for Aspen lad when it comes to takedowns? Because she's got really long limbs. She ain't going to struggle to grab Macie's arms and Macie's legs. Might be a bit of a downfall. We'll see. Now this fight. Whew. I think lad will try and strike with Kearson just to prove a point. But eventually try and grapple. She's going to have to. If Macie can hold on to the wrestling, hold it off and land in the clinch, you know, she could get a win here. She could get a cheeky KO with an elbow or a knee. Like I said, she's got really good Muay Thai. But I think Aspen's just going to be too much. I think she's going to have too much heart. I do question Macie's cardio sometimes. And like Macie's game, don't get me wrong. Her heart's there, but it's like she doubts herself in a fight sometimes. Or she just doubts herself in general. And that could go against her in this fight if Aspen lad's dominating and wrestling and Macie's not been able to land strikes. But we'll see. I originally went with Macie, but yeah, my heart's going with Aspen lad. I think she's going to get it done in this one and get the win on points. Maybe a finish. But I ain't taking that risk. I'm going to go Aspen lad to get a win. The main event. The big one. The reason this card was built. Cory Sandhagen versus TJ Dillashaw. What a fight this is going to be. Taking a look at Cory the Sandman Sandhagen. That's a mouthful. 14 wins, only 2 losses. He's won his last 2. 29 years old. Still pretty young Sandhagen. He's got wrestling, punches, kicks, knees, elbows. You name it, Sandhagen's got it. And the flying knee. I don't think I need to remind anyone about that one, no. But yeah, flying knee is there. Sandhagen's solid all round, man. He has, like I said, the crazy jump knee. It's ridiculous how many times he lands up. The technique, the timing, it's on point. And he throws punches in bunches. He's a really good fighter. Now, TJ Juice Dillashaw. Man. TJ, man. I used to really like TJ, but since he's been caught, he's been banned, been out 2 years. He has got 16 wins, only 4 defeats. He did lose his last fight. I think it was to Henry Cejudo. TJ's 35 now. He's older than Jose Aldo, like. What? TJ's getting on a bit. That 2-year ban didn't help him. This is his comeback fight. This is it, really. TJ's got really fast hands, as we know. He's got good counter strikes. He's got heavy hands as well, to be fair. The KO power's there. But TJ's got a real strong mentality. That's one good thing I can say about him. But has all that gone? Like, has he lost all his skill without the juice? How's his cardio now? Is it going to hold up? It's a hard one. I think no matter what, TJ's still going to be able to do what TJ does. But is the power going to be the same? Is the cardio going to be the same? Is the speed still going to be there with the hands? All we can do is wait and see. We'll just have to find out. But yeah, I think you already know who I'm going to go with. Cory the Sandman Sandhagen all day. It's going to be a real tough fight. TJ could get a surprise KO. Like, that's just what TJ does. He's one of them fighters. But I think Cory knows that. Cory's not going to be sleeping on TJ here. He ain't going to underestimate anything. I think he'll fight a smart game. Probably stay on the outside. He'll brawl when he has to brawl. That's for sure. clinch, wrestle. I just see Cory dominating, to be honest, but in a smart way, not in a reckless, brawling type fight, back and forth or anything like that. I think he's gonna win. I wouldn't say comfortably, but tactically, we'll say that, and technically. So yeah, we'll go with Cory Sandhagen to get the win. If you guys have made it to the end of the video, big up yourselves, man. Thank you very much. I really do appreciate it. I hope we smash this card like we have the last two, but this is a real risky one. Couple hard picks here, so please be careful when choosing your picks. Do your own research if you're not too sure on some. But yeah, if there's anything you're unsure of, you can DM me, Instagram, message me on Twitter, drop a comment below. On YouTube, I'll get back to you. MMA Prophecy on all the platforms. Thank you very much again for watching. Please gamble responsibly. Let's enjoy the fights and let's make some money.